Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Shemiah Shai, by Shema Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all the brothers from his work in truth and sincerity. Shalom. This lesson is going to be a response to the videos. This video right here from Apostle Gabar about this nitwit, this bird brain, talk about ain't gonna be no sex in the kingdom. Okay, so if there's not gonna be, here it is. The Lord's kingdom will be on the planet Earth. Brothers, please do a response. So this is my response to that. The kingdom being on the earth and sex being in the kingdom. Real quick, because Jacob, one thing the Lord promised to Abraham, the father of a multitude, which his name means father of a multitude. One thing the Lord promised him was that his seed was going to be as the sand of the sea. Now, at one point, I'm going to get in the book of Numbers real quick. Numbers chapter 23, verse 10. This is Balaam. Balaam, and he was prophesying because the Lord put his spirit on him to bless Jacob. This is Numbers 23 and 10. Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his. So, the Lord put his spirit on this heathen in order to bless Israel, and when the Lord put his spirit on that heathen, he was basically like a prophet, man. He was prophesying. And these are the things that he was talking about. He was talking about how Jacob was going to be as the sand of the sea, and how Jacob shall not be reckoned among the nations. And when he's seen these things, the Lord put his spirit on him to be able to see these things. The Lord, Salakia, he said he want to die the death of the righteous. He said, let my last end be like his. Because when the Lord put his spirit on him, he saw it. He saw it, man. He saw the truth. He saw the end of Jacob, man, and how blessed we was going to be. Verse 9. I'm going to jump up at verse 9. It says, from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his. So when the Lord put his spirit on his heathen Balaam, he saw the truth. He knew the truth, man. Because that's the spirit of the Lord, man. When the Lord put his spirit on you, you can't help but prophesy, and you can't help but see the truth. And he's seen everything, man. The Lord that allowed a heathen to see how blessed Jacob was going to be, and he wished he was going to be like Jacob. Now let's go to the book of Genesis. Because if there's not going to be any sex in the kingdom, how is this going to come to the pass? Genesis chapter 22, verse 14, it says, and Abraham, called the name of that place Jehovah Jireh, as it is said, which that's not the name of the Lord, but I could get that in Hebrew, but that's not the focus of this lesson. It says, as it is said to this day, the mount of Yahweh, it shall be seen. And the angel of Yahweh called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, by myself have I sworn, said Yahweh, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is under the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. So the Lord blessed Abraham. You know, so if Abraham's seed, which means his descendants, his children, are going to be as the sand of the sea, how is that going to happen? We're talking about in the kingdom. How is that going to happen? How is that going to happen? Because if his seed don't be as the sand of the sea, that would make the Lord a liar. So that means after we all die, what then? We can't dwell in the spirit world forever, man. And the Lord created the earth to abide forever. So Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So the earth is forever. These kingdoms was set up on the earth. So like, yeah, where's that scripture that I'm looking for? Where is that? It's in the book of Daniel. Actually, I'm gonna just go to the book of Daniel. And I got another precept. Actually, I can get this precept in the book of Sirach. Because the kingdom is on earth. Oh, here it is. Sirach 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And who is that talking about? Our Lord, Yahweh Shai. Because he's gonna have a kingdom. And his kingdom is gonna be on earth. And I'm looking for a scripture in the book of Daniel when it says he gave him a kingdom. Okay, Daniel 7 and 14. And there was given him dominion, glory, and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. How is that gonna happen? How is that gonna happen? If all people, all nations are gonna serve him, where are they gonna serve him at? In the heavens, in the spirit world? Should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. How would his kingdom be destroyed if it was in the spirit world? That doesn't make any sense. Daniel 7 and 22. Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Where is the kingdom going to be? On the earth. And the kingdom, verse 27, in the same chapter, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is the everlasting kingdom, and the dominion shall, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. How is that going to happen? Because in the spirit world, we don't have to worry about fleshly things. Everybody's in order in the spirit world. And I hope this is making sense to you, brothers, man. Because every other nation had their kingdom on the earth. The scripture says the power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord, and the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. The Lord is the one that gives these kingdoms, gives the kingdom to whoever he wants. And Yahushua is the next person that's going to get that kingdom. And it's going to be on earth because the Lord created the earth forever just for everybody to die and go to the spirit world. No. The Lord didn't create the Lord wants us to be immortal, just like him. We're going to be gods on the earth. Let's see. Daniel 6:26. I make a decree that every dominion of my kingdom. Well, actually, nah, that's not what I'm looking for. Daniel 5:21. And he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like the beasts, and his dwelling was with the wild asses. They fed him with grass like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till he knew that the Most High ruled in the kingdom of men, and that he appointed over it whomever he will. And Daniel 4:32. Hey, Daniel 4:25. The scriptures tell you that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he gives it to whoever he wants to. And the next person that's going to rule the kingdom on the earth, is Yahushua. Because his kingdom is going to be on the earth, man. And we're going to have sex in the kingdom. Why? Because the Lord promised Abraham that he was going to make his seed as the sand of the sea and as the stars of heaven, which cannot be counted. The scripture says, who can count the fourth part of Jacob? You can't number Israel, man. Because it's gonna be lots of Israelites, man, according to the promise and the blessing that Yahweh Bashim Shah gave Abraham. And the kingdom of the Most High is gonna be on the earth, because the Lord created the earth to be forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So the earth is gonna be here forever, and the kingdom is gonna be here forever. So what does that tell you? It's linking up somewhere right in the middle. The kingdom is forever and the earth is forever. The Lord created it to exist. If he wanted us to be in the spirit world and have a kingdom in the spirit world, he wouldn't have created the earth. He wouldn't have no need to create the moon, the stars, or any of the things that he created, because it wouldn't make no sense of creating it. If the Lord created all of these, if the Lord just created the earth, for nobody to live on it, and the stars for nobody to look at them, or the sun for nobody to need it for a light, or the moon for nobody to need it. Why did the Lord create the moon? He created the moon to keep times, the decoration of times. Why would the Lord create the moon for a decoration of times, and then when everybody die, we're just gonna go to the kingdom, the spirit world, and we're gonna live there forever, and we're just gonna live in the spirit world? Who gonna be on the earth? Who gonna be ruling on the earth? Who gonna be? How are we gonna procreate? How are we gonna have sex? How are we gonna have children? How is the Lord gonna fulfill his promise to Abraham if we're gonna be in the spirit world and shit like that, man? It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna get this precept and I'm gonna end this lesson because it doesn't make any damn sense. This is Genesis 1:14. And the power said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. So the powers, Yahweh Bashim Shah created the earth for a purpose. He created everything on the earth for a purpose. And he gave us lights. Why? To last forever. The sun is going to be here forever. The moon, the stars is going to be here forever. The earth is going to be here forever. And Yahushua's kingdom is going to be here forever. Why? Because we're going to be living on the earth. We're going to be the sun is still going to be there. The moon's still gonna be there. The stars gonna be there. Everything's gonna be in its rightful place. And that kingdom is gonna go from year to year, generation to generation. And we're gonna have lots and lots of kids, and the Lord is gonna bless us forever. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Wa Ba Ba Ba. Hope it's edifying. Hope you understand. You know, the Lord is dealing with, is not dealing with that coon that said that bullshit. You gotta be a fucking sodomite to not wanna procreate and have a lot of kids, man. Look at the spirit of Jake. Jake has many of kids. If Jake wasn't being oppressed like he was in this kingdom, you know how many kids Jake would be having, man? Hell, Jake still be having about goddamn 6, 7 kids in this society, man. Come on, man. You gotta be out of your fucking mind, or you gotta be a fucking homosexual to think like that, man. Ain't gonna be no sex in the kingdom. So the Lord, why did the Lord create us with a penis then, man? And a woman with a vagina?